welcome everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you for joining me in this thunderstorm here in the greenhouse. I might have to talk a little bit louder today so you guys can hear what I got going on. So we're going to pull these cards for your read. We'll see what messages come forward for you guys, what the universe has to say to you, what is going on for the collective universe, what do they need to know. Let's see. So we have ease and we have expansiveness. That's interesting. With this ease card, I feel like a need to sort of relax and go with the flow. I don't know if this is some sort of change or exploring something new coming your way. You have clearing and invite help. And clearing. Okay, so whatever's going on, I do feel like it's some sort of separation from something or someone in your life. It is like energetic clearing. It's like moving away from something that's no longer serving you. Something that was possibly only holding you back. I'm going to grab a few more because I want to figure out where some of these sit. These guys too wanted to pop out. Inner child. Yeah, sanctity too. I just feel like this sort of making time and space for yourself. Something that sort of suits you a little bit more. Something that feels a little bit more like yours, like coming home. I don't know if this is speaking to your home situation. I'm being shown the inside of a house, and my intention is being called to the things that are there. I know this sounds absolutely silly, but the way that it's decorated, it's like sort of living on your terms in a place that suits you, making it suited to you. Outrageous openness, deepening worth your path. I feel like you've separated from someone. I do feel like within that relationship, you might have lost a bit of yourself or compromised too much to try and make it work. Because I keep getting this, like, this is your time to be able to sort of release that. This is your time to expand on your sense of self. This is your time to appreciate your self-worth, to deepen your understanding of who you are and what makes you happy. And I keep getting shown that the inside of that home and like making it your sanctuary, making it your place, making it about you and what makes you comfortable. Freedom is like having that freedom now, not having to live on somebody else's terms, living on your own terms. Extraordinary. Courage, acceptance, and loss. I do feel that it is a transitionary time. I do feel there is a sense of loss. Because whatever that relationship was, your heart was invested in it. And that's why you put in so much of yourself to try and make it work. Is because you felt like you loved this person. You felt like there could be a future with this person. So I feel like you kind of gave. Like if they wanted things a certain way, you just kind of caved. You just kind of gave in. And it was like wanting to make them happy, wanting to show them that you can make them happy, that the two of you can have this connection, you can have this life together. But like I said, I feel like within that you lost a bit of yourself because you just gave too much. And I do feel this sense of having your own place now, sort of being solo, being independent, and having an opportunity to be able to shape this in a way that's most suited to you and what makes you feel happy. I keep feeling that like sanctuary, like I'm almost like being shown a spot where you would meditate or do yoga or something like that. I'm not saying you do yoga or whatever, but it's like this place where you can go and find peace. It's your own space. It's something that reflects you, a place that reflects all of those important things about you. So maybe family photos, or heirlooms, or things that are important to you, being able to display those things. Divine love, grounded signs. And I do have faith. So I do feel like faith is very important to you. Your spirituality is extremely important to you. I don't know if you're just religious or if you're spiritual or open, but that part of you is extremely important. I also feel like you weren't allowed to display things that reflected that while this person was around. I gotta tell you, like they didn't like the way it looked, or their faith or their idea of spirituality was different than yours, and they were very unaccepting of anything different. and they didn't want to see it. They didn't want any part of it. They didn't want it in the home. I feel like it's very important for you to put these things out there in your home now. It's very important for you to display these things. It brings you comfort. I think it takes you closer to your spirituality as well. There's something about it, I feel like a really strong pull, and like, I don't know if it's like messages that you get from your spirit guides or a connection to your ancestors through these things. It's very important that you put these things up. Okay, it's very important for you. It's very important for your journey. It's very important that your home reflects who you are. I keep getting the feeling that it's going to, like everything looks a little bit funny because I'm tapping into this. It's like a way of tapping into a deeper level of your spirituality and of who you are. I feel it shifting the energy in your home. Okay, so I don't know what your faith is. I don't know what your spirituality is, but these things that you have that you would like to display, or things that you would like to get to display and contribute to the overall energy and vibe of your house, you need to do this. This is very important in making this part of your sanctuary and making it more part of you and deepening your understanding of yourself and on your path moving forward. I need to grab some tarot cards. Tarot. I'm actually being pulled to this deck for your read. So this is what you need to hear from. At the bottom of the deck is the Magician there, and I don't think that's by accident. That Magician card is about being able to manifest what we want in life and having confidence and belief in yourself. That's what this new chapter is about for you. Without this other energy there, doubting you, questioning you, contradicting you. It's important to take time for yourself too, and you might not like hearing this because you might very much want to have a partner in your life. I'm being told it's very important for you to take some time for yourself for this next little while to be able to come into your own and to be able to live your life on your own terms. It's going to help you in defining what you will and will not compromise in the future in a relationship. This is part of your journey and this is part of your path. We have a whole lot of cards that want to pop out here. There we go. Let's see what we got. So we have Judgment. We have Five of Wands. This relationship with this person, there was a lot of chaos. There was a lot of arguing. I don't think it always started that way. I don't think it was always that way. But definitely towards the end, it was a lot of fighting. I feel like you got tired of the fighting. They were moody. Eggshells. I'm being told the word eggshells. So like you were walking on eggshells with this person. Wheel of Fortune. I feel like they were very controlling. So not just all of these things that they didn't allow you to have in the home. There was other ways that they were controlling too. I think they wanted to keep you... The rain's starting up again. I think they wanted to keep you dependent on them. So I don't know if they didn't give you access to finances, access to a vehicle. I do feel like they tried to isolate you from people. So family and friends by causing problems in those areas or saying they didn't like them so that you wouldn't hang out with them. The Hangman and the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. That Eight of Wands usually represents swift change, communication. I grab a couple. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Six of Swords. So it was their controllingness at the end of the day was the thing that did the damage. It was like it took a while to accumulate. It took a while for you to see it. But at the end of the day, I have this realization of how unhealthy this relationship had become, the dynamic in it, and how it was keeping you from your passions. It was keeping you from the things and the people that you loved. It was keeping you tied down. I have this impression of sort of, I don't want to say like waking up one day and realizing it, but something happened. I don't know if it was like one big blowout or something they said or something they did, and you just sat back and went like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what is this? This is unhealthy. This is dysfunctional. This is making me unhappy. This is keeping me from all the things that I love in my life. This is keeping me from my faith. This person is keeping you from your faith and your spirituality. I just feel like it was one too many things. It was just one too many things, and then something snapped, like a switch flipped in you, and you're just like, this is fucking crazy. I'm not living like this anymore. And there was no going back. There was absolutely no going back. Once that switch got flipped, you couldn't abide by any of this anymore, and a change had to come. There had to be a change. That Six of Swords, separation, moving on, moving forward. I don't get the impression that it was a clean and cut separation. I do feel like it happened over time. Like they kept convincing you, oh, let's try again, let's start again, and sort of being half in, half out. And it took a while to really sever those ties, because this person has had a hold on you for a very, very long time. I do feel like they might even still be spying on you too. Eight of Swords. Or you're worried that they're spying on you, or you're worried that they're going to come back, because that has been a pattern in the past. The Sun card. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles can represent holding back. This person was holding you back from a lot in your life. They absolutely were. They were holding you back from those caring connections that you shared with others. They were holding you back from your own self-confidence and your own self-worth. They were holding you back from your faith and your spirituality. The High Priestess. You are a very intuitive person as well. I'm not sure if you have other psychic abilities, but that's why I felt it's very important for you to surround your home in things that represent your faith and your spirituality, and how much it's going to deepen your understanding of that and deepen your abilities, because you are coming forward as the High Priestess. So you do have, like I said, you got very strong intuition at the least. It might be more than that though. This Eight of Cups, this bright new journey forward, this leaving this past behind, being able to sever these ties, being able to move into this new chapter and embrace this new chapter is going to be like the best thing that ever happened to you. I do feel like this deeper sense of who I am. I feel standing up taller, holding my head high. I feel pride in who I am, confidence in who I am, that self-esteem and that self-worth, that knowing my worth. This is what this chapter is about for you. These are the things that you're going to gain from this. The King of Wands. He was very controlling. It's the same person. Very, very controlling. Very controlling. I think he kept you like this Queen of Cups more. Like trying to keep you emotionally off balance. Because I feel anger and passion in the Queen of Wands from the beginning, and I do feel like that was when the switch flipped. But until then, he like keeping you like this Queen of Cups. I feel the word passive, but by being moody, by being aggressive, by being overbearing, it's like trying to keep you afraid of rocking the boat, because oh, so and so is going to have a flip out, you know, I can't do that because so and so is going to lose his shit, and then I'm going to have to deal with whatever crazy crap he's ranting and raving about, you know. So it was like just easier to sort of be quiet about it. It was easier to compromise, and this is where you wound up giving too much. I also feel this never doing this again. I am never doing this again. I am never going back to that ever again. And I feel like the more time that you have independent, and the more time that you spend shaping your life for yourself, including your home and your surroundings, and being able to assert your individuality that way, it's like the less chance that this will ever occur again. It just sort of cements this lesson in your mind and what you are and are not willing to compromise in your life. The Chariot card is like moving farther and farther away from that way of thinking. The Seven of Cups, and realizing you have a choice. Realizing you have a choice, it also allows you to consider those choices too. Because I feel this sense of getting further along on this journey. I'm like, my spirit guides will not stop showing me your home and the importance of it decorated just the way you want it to decorate. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it's the vision I keep seeing. So I feel like it's extremely important. I have this deep sense of, I'm not going to stop living like this. This is me. This is who I am. This feels right to me. And less chance of what you're going to compromise. It's like this understanding, you know what? This I'm not going to compromise on. This I'm not going to compromise on. This I would be okay with meeting somewhere in the middle with someone. It's just going to give you this deeper sense of self, so that when the time comes and you're ready to step into another relationship, I just see in the cards, it's going to be like night and day. It's going to be completely different because you're going to be completely different. And that's what this journey is all about. It's about learning yourself, learning your self-worth, coming into your own, coming into your Empress or your Emperor energy, that highest form of yourself. It's about ascending. And then no backstepping after that, you know? Because once you've crossed that threshold and once you realize how beautiful this life can be when it reflects more of who you are and you put all those things that are important to you in the forefront, it absolutely changes the way that you live going forward, and there is no going back. There is no compromising that, because it would just feel wrong to do so. I'm going to grab a few more here. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of a very abundant chapter in your life. Even if it means independence for a while without another partner for a good long while, it's still going to be abundance, because it's you living life on your own terms. It's you learning who you truly are and coming into your own, learning your self-worth, self-confidence. I keep feeling that chest out, head held high. That this is what's coming your way. This is the energy that you're moving into. There it is. There's the Empress. You're coming into your own here. But I'm going to say it, and you might not like it. You did have to go through this journey with whoever this person was so that you could come into this new energy. Everything happens for a reason. Absolutely, I 100% believe everything happens for a reason. We all come into each other's lives for a reason. Sometimes we're meant to teach other people a lesson. Sometimes they're meant to teach us a lesson, and sometimes it goes both ways. But it's up to the individual as to whether a lesson gets learned. Okay? And I do feel like this was part of a lesson that you had to learn. To appreciate who you really are, to stand up for who you are, and to know your own worth. The Strength card, you are coming into your own. You are taking control back of your life. The Page of Cups, that tends to represent good news on the way, but Cups is about emotion. And it's that happiness that's coming from learning this lesson, from coming into your own. And standing your ground. Standing your ground so that nobody takes too much from you. So that nobody is allowed to be selfish around you and to take too much away. Being able to call the shots in your own life. Being able to be assertive. And to not feel weird about being assertive. It's going to feel more natural too in the future. Because you're going to get, I was going to say, like, you're going to get very used to being able to live your life on your own terms. And the freedom that comes with it, and you're going to enjoy that. And so if somebody comes along who's like this person from your past and starts trying to take too much, it's going to be fucking offensive. You're going to tell them to go fly a kite. You're going to be like, I don't think so. I don't think so. You can piss off. This is the way that I live my life, and that's not going to change. And I feel like this is part of what you needed from this experience. This is one of the lessons that you needed to take away. The Ten of Wands, the Queen of Swords. Not taking on burdens by trying to please everybody. Not being a people pleaser. Being true to yourself and not being afraid to speak your truth and stand up for yourself. It's up to you, this new path moving forward in the future and what it looks like, how you're going to embrace it. The Six of Cups can represent cycles. Cycles and the past, repeating the past. If you don't learn the lessons from the past, you repeat them. But I see so much potential here to step away from this huge lesson that you went through and to actually learn from it. But I'm going to tell you again, it's important to spend some time independent right now. Okay, this is an extremely important part of your journey. Being independent and shaping your life around your beliefs and your values. And spend a lot of time doing that, because a freedom will come with it, a spiritual growth will come with it, a spiritual deepening, and a realizing of your own worth. There are still more lessons for you to learn. And those will be learned with you living an independent life for a while and building your life for yourself. That's very important, but I do see a very bright future ahead of you. I see all the lessons that you're accumulating. I feel the emotions and the energies that go along with you evolving and growing into the person who you're supposed to become. And I see beautiful blessings waiting for you in the future, and they're not ones that accidentally fall out of the sky. They're ones that you create for yourself by, like I said, learning these lessons and living your life for you. Alrighty, guys, take care.